Dr. Geetanjali Ravi from MS Ramaiah Institute of Technology, Bangalore. And I deal with the MCA students here, along with certain research works that I've taken from the institution. So today's agenda that I will be taking you across is going to be first, I'll just get you introduced briefly to the abstract of what my work is, then introduction, what are the related work, training work, results, discussion and conclusion, and post which I will definitely take all your questions, which I love to. So an abstract about this, as I said, image classification has become one of the most trending topic today in machine learning or artificial intelligence, because if you see even Facebook, we see that we are getting tagged into the photos that somebody else is going to post. So over here, the images that is ours is getting self-tagged, or we get a tag request. So that is nothing but the classification of image based upon your features. In this paperwork, I've used neural network technology, or that is known as deep learning, for me to continue my research work. So in my research paper, I have taken a simple five different kind of flowers, starting from roses, tulips, dandelion, sunflower, and so on. And the results that I have achieved in my paper is 99%, which is near perfection. I've purposely ensured that I have given a weird image of a lily flower to get the percentage reduced, such that I will be able to show it to the audience that when a flower is not matching its range, what also happens. So as I mentioned in Facebook, right, 98% accuracy is seen where the face structure is getting recognized by Facebook app itself, and it allows you to tag. So the principal methodology that deep learning is using over here comes under the artificial intelligence, and the category in which we all are going to follow is human. All the flower data sets that I have taken today is a floral data set. The classification or the act that Facebook follows is the human or the human being database. When I'm taking a puppy or when I'm taking a cow, they all come under the creature data set. So in machine learning, this particular image classification, it is a recurrent technology. It is totally an iterative process. It does not follow any other methodology over here. So the challenges is that when there is an inter-class image that is taking place, the images are classified based on the size of the image, the shape, the color, the environmental conditions, the factors that are pretending not to be that image or to be that image. So these are the new, these are the basic components that will be considered when we are going to shape, size and color the image classification. In my data, I have taken about 400 data I have taken in my particular research paper to get my image classified. So the training methodology that I've used over here is, first I'm building the model, I'm training the model, I'll evaluate the module, and I'll consume the module. While building the module, I have taken a data set of flowers, where from this folder it is getting unzipped, zipped folder gets unzipped, then the model is built basing the multi-classification, and then I will be training the data set as the 80-20 rule, which is a mandatory rule. 80% goes as a training data set, 20% goes as a testing data set. So before I am trying to evaluate my model, I am mandatorily trying to train it, post-training test that my algorithm is 100% correct. I have used 99% accuracy because when we always give 1 or 0.1 or 0.2% variation, because when we are dealing with machine learning or artificial intelligence, that 0.1% is always the nuisance that we try to keep, because we are not 100% perfect in anything we do. There will always be that nuance of 0.1%. When we are evaluating this model, we will ensure that we are trying to feed in the data apart from the data set that has already been fed or trained or tested in this particular module. It could be any kind of XYZ data that I can take and see if it is working against my training methodology. And finally, we will be consuming the data and we will be presenting it. And over here, it is the MVC architecture that I have imbibed with ML.NET in Visual Studio, with the TensorFlow framework. So there are 6 things that gets into this while we are trying to conduct this research methodology. So now implementation, I said, right? So I have roses, daisy, dandelion, sunflower, tulip. These are the 5 data sets that we have taken. In each of this data set is nothing but a class. In each of this class, this gets into the machine learning project, where the images are classified. So you can see how each of it are finally getting getting imbibed, or it is getting tested. So a rose is a class which falls under the class, or which falls under the category of rose. And finally, when I'm seeing the output, I will be able to understand what is the output, whether the input was a rose and I'm getting the output of the rose. And we will be checking the accuracy level based on the trained data set. What is the accuracy level at which I have received my output? So over here, this is the basic flow chart of my image classification. So I will like to explain this technically here. So the inputs come in, and then using ML.NET multi-classification algorithm, ML.NET is going to train this data set using deep learning. So if you see this, the flowers come in ML.NET, the coding is done, after which the training procedure happens, and using deep learning, we are going to get our results. So this is the result that we have got. I have taken 5 different kind of flowers. So each comes, one of the roses image, external image that I have taken, came at 99.1%. Then daisy came at 83. I told you, right? Purposely I gave it there. I can show it to you if you want now while I'm showing you the result screen. And then I have my dandelion that came at 99%. Sunflower came at 99%. And even the tulips came at 99%. So these are the results that came out. So I am going to stop sharing for 1 second, and I will just show you the results. So as I showed you, I have just taken quickly, I have taken the snapshot while it was training. So if you see the source image classification trainer, where it is getting trained. So until 170, I have given 200 records, because if I give 400, it will take a little time here. So I didn't have much time before I could present this. So I have taken 200 records here. So out of which 80%, 170 data has been trained. Can you see the word here? Trained. Data set used to train. So until 170 it is trained here, and from 171 it goes on as validation for the next 30. So over here, this is validation, nothing but testing. Over here, training is nothing but we are training the data set. So this is when I'm going to train the model. So I'm going to stop sharing this now, and I'll just quickly get into the next screen where I'm going to show you the result. So this is the basic UI that I have developed. So so this UI is basically going to consist of what are the how I can give an input data. When I'm going to give the input data, I'm just going to take one of the flowers over here. I'll just go for roses itself, because that was the first one. So I'm going to select my image. I hope all of you are able to see my screen. I have chosen the file, and I have chosen the file. Now I'm going to upload this. When I'm going to upload this file, this is going to give me a prediction that this rose was 99.974% probable that yes, it is a rose, and the prediction class is going as rose. The time that took for execution was 2802 milliseconds. So it was less than a second. It goes in milliseconds. Now, same way, I'm going to choose another flower. Let's take daisy flower. So I'll show you the flower where we got 89%, where we got the result. If I can quickly do that. Yes, this is the image. So the image now you can see, on purpose I gave this, we got 83.277. So this is of the category daisy. So on purpose I gave this, because it was not at all looking like a daisy flower. So one more last example I'll just give quickly before we move into the result discussion and conclusion. Let's give sunflower. So I'm going to upload the pic. Yes, it is of sunflower, and the result is 99.974%. 892. I'm going to stop sharing just for 1 second while I just quickly show you also the result set, I mean the data input and the output set, where you will be able to see what it was. I think I have another 2 minutes time, so let me just get there quickly. So let me start sharing it again. Where do I put this? Share screen. And this is going to be the flowers. So these are the flowers that I have given today. So if you can see, so I have created a folder called as flower set. So these are the different kind of flowers. So the flower over here, this flower that I've highlighted in the last row, the second flower. So this is the flower that had given us 88.2%. If you can see, it doesn't even look like a daisy flower. We have gone into it and we have taken the smallest or the innermost screenshot of the daisy flower. So this was the input for daisy. This was the inputs that we have given for dandelion. This was the inputs for roses. We had different kind of roses. We gave this for the sunflower, and this I've given it for tulips. Okay, so now after this, I'm just going to share my next screen for results and final conclusion. So this was the results that we have obtained. And now on the discussion end, our basic target was to ensure that we are going to get the apt flower with the highest accuracy percentage and classify them based on the correct category of classes. We have achieved it utilizing deep neural networking, and this was 100% success. So we give the accuracy at 99.9%. And all these flowers of these sorts ensured that it came aptly. Apart from that, I took a puppy picture and I tried to upload it. We got the image that it is 30% accurate because you have the furs in the dogs, right? So the furs look like one of the tulip flowers. So it gave us it looked like a dandelion flower. So it gave us a 30% accuracy, and it ensured that it fell under the category of creatures and it did not fall under the creature of puppy. I'm sorry, of the flower. So when I'm so to the conclusion, when I come, I have used the framework TensorFlow, and yes, I've got 99.9% accuracy in these kind of flowers. And when I was doing my programming language, I have implemented TensorFlow and I've implemented the algorithm multi-classification for image classification. So I conclude my paper with getting 99% accuracy. And I'm going to apply for a patent right to ensure further continuation of this work. So any questions from anyone?
Thank you.